My name's Eddie Fordry. I run Pollocks Toy Museum behind Good Street Underground Station. It was started 50 years ago. It's been here in the location it is for 40 years.
My name's Jennifer. I go by the name of Jenism, or the Jenism Empire. I think there are lots of connections with my previous studies in physics, which I studied for 2 years in the University of Aberdeen. I did a project that was based on probability theory. It's just basically a sequence of 9 pictures that can be arranged in any order, as long as it's linear, and it always matches up to a whole image. So each slide, if you want to call it that, is a landscape in itself, but it connects up to the other 8. Or the one connects up to the other 8, no matter what order you put them into. So you can shuffle them up and it'll always make sense.
This is our annual service to rededicate ourselves to the art of the clown and to give thanks for the life of Joseph Grimaldi, who is the first real clown in the UK.
People often say he's the start of where clowns really began. He was a theatre clown. I can go on for hours, you know.
My grandparents started it. They bought the Pollocks business, which was just a shop selling toy theatres. And then they set up a shop in Covent Garden. And then they sort of expanded it into a museum. And then in the late 60s, they moved it here. There is a bus of mine which I used to play with, which I quite like.
I've kind of really got into doing dissections of things, doing things cut in half. It's, yeah, I just find it really interesting because there's a lot of things that you can sort of put in there that could be completely fictional but give the illusion of reality because of the detail. I kind of like the idea of building a completely fictional world that looks dimensionally accurate but actually isn't.
Jumpstyle originated in the clubs of Belgium in 1997.
Basically, we're a dance group of 7 with boys between the ages of 16 and 18. We not only specify in Jumpstyle, but many other forms of hard dance such as tectonic, Melbourne shuffle, hard step.
We have a few more modern ones, but you know, if it's Victorian, it generally goes in, or if it's sort of a bit unusual. Like we got a donation of a doll which is inside a cabbage. It's a mechanical toy, and you turn it and the doll sort of comes out of the cabbage.
The first time we heard about Jumpstyle was on YouTube.
I chose Jumpstyle because at the time it was a bit of a craze and many people my age were doing it. It was very, very popular on the internet, and if you like, it was another way of expressing yourself, of how you felt about the harder styles of dance music. We first started performing on the streets and then got recognised by a few local upcoming DJs, had a few gigs, but that's about it really for us.
Victorian toys are so beautifully made, and you know, they were made by people, whereas a lot of modern toys, they're sort of mass produced and they don't have sort of individual characteristics. You know, they don't have the same sort of beauty. They're sort of more disposable, aren't they?